Strong She Will Be, a pathway to build a sustainable future. This theme powerfully reflects the commitment to equal rights for all women and girls, emphasizing a practical and meaningful approach to achieving gender equality.
Prime Minister Dr. Harini Amarasuri has issued a call for unity and transformative action to address gender inequality for International Women's Day. She stresses that no woman would become secured until every woman becomes protected. Each of us must strive to protect every other person. We should guarantee not to abandon anybody. Similarly, the rights and security of each and every woman should be consolidated. The Prime Minister in her message also invites every citizen to commit themselves for a long-standing change without being restricted to mere utterances at International Women's Day.
The opposition leader in his International Women's Day message requests all to line up for a comprehensive and enchanting Sri Lanka strengthened with the women's power.
Managing Director of the International Monetary Fund, Kristalina Georgieva, reaffirms the IMF's commitment to supporting Sri Lanka's economic agenda to eliminate poverty and enhance people's living condition and development in all fields. She has given the assurance in a virtual meeting via online with President Andrekumara Dissanayake yesterday. The discussion focused on further strengthening the partnership between Sri Lanka and the IMF as the country successfully reaches the halfway mark of its 48-month Extended Fund Facility EFF arrangement, which commenced in March 2023. During the meeting, the President has expressed his profound appreciation of the IMF's continued support in recovering from the catastrophic economic crisis of 2022. He has also highlighted the significant progress Sri Lanka has made in implementing economic reforms, strengthening macroeconomic stability, supporting the vulnerable and improving governance. The President particularly appreciated the support of the Managing Director, the senior management and the IMF staff during the debt restructuring process. He emphasized the importance of ongoing collaboration to ensure the resilience of Sri Lanka's economy amidst global economic uncertainties. The IMF Managing Director Kristalina Georgieva congratulated the President for ensuring macroeconomic stability and completing the third review under the EFF, as well as the successful completion of bond exchange and most of the debt restructuring. She has also praised Sri Lanka's efforts in pursuing key reforms and reaffirmed the IMF's commitment to supporting Sri Lanka's economic agenda, global growth and rising global debt levels. President Andrekumara Dissanayake reaffirmed his commitment to move forward with the IMF program while ensuring that the agreed upon targets align with the aspirations of the Sri Lankan people, reflecting their strong democratic mandate. The President emphasized that the government remains dedicated to implementing the necessary mechanisms to uplift the underprivileged while prioritizing the strengthening of social welfare expenditures as a key policy focus. The President highlighted the government's dedication to enhancing state-owned enterprises through improved governance and cost recovery pricing, including for electricity. He also stressed the importance of securing foreign direct investments and support from multilateral partners to reduce debt vulnerabilities and promote sustainable and inclusive growth. President Dissanayake reassured the IMF of the government's commitment to successfully completing the remaining reviews under the EFF. Looking ahead, Georgieva emphasized the need to proceed with the reformed agenda under the program to decisively put Sri Lanka on the path to sustainable and equitable growth. She acknowledged that the journey to sustained recovery remains challenging, particularly given rapid global developments in technology and geopolitics. The Managing Director underscored the IMF's role as a steadfast partner of Sri Lanka and highlighted that the IMF stands ready to support Sri Lanka's endeavours to foster inclusive growth, alleviate poverty and enhance the quality of life for its people. Both the President and the Managing Director agreed on the necessity of continued dialogue and cooperation to achieve sustained stability for Sri Lanka. The meeting concluded with a mutual commitment to work together towards a prosperous and sustainable future for Sri Lanka.
Minister Savitri Polraj says the NPP government has presented a women-sensitive budget. She was participating in the committee stage debate on the votes of the Ministry of Women's and Child Affairs in Parliament today. Female members of Parliament have arrived in Parliament today dressed in violet-coloured attire to symbolise the World Women's Day.
MP Rohini Kaviratne has questioned whether male parliamentarians had taken much of the parliamentary time reserved for women in today's debate. The problem confronted by present-day women is the dominance of male within the world.
Prime Minister Dr. Harini Amarasuriya said that the Women's Day should not be restricted to the day's proceedings. It is a social transformation which establishes the social identity of women. Equality and injustice prevails in all spheres, including economy. The aim should be to identify the issues and mediate on the national level and also in social and political economic structures.
A female government parliamentarian said that some female teachers in Halmilla Vidyalaya in Ambalipitiya were assaulted yesterday and the victims were hospitalized. She said that they have declared the Women's Week in connection with the Women's Day. It is regrettable to note that an unfortunate incident is being reported during such a week.
Prime Minister Dr. Harini Amarasuriya said she came to know the incident this morning and assured to look into the incident to take legal and disciplinary action against a suspected male teacher. The relevant ministries have been informed in this regard.
Minister Saroja Savitri Paulraj said that women are being incorporated in the income-earning task of the nation in the political history after independence. However, they are still not entitled for equality status. The minister also said for the first time in Sri Lankan history, the gender-sensitive budget has been introduced by the NPP government for the well-being of women. Prime Minister Dr. Harini Amarasuriya says the Parliament always appear on behalf of the women with disabilities, including the visually handicapped, in their struggle for living. She has made these remarks at the inaugural session of the pinning flags of the Women's Forum of Sri Lanka Visually Handicapped People's Association, held in connection with the International Women's Day in Parliament today. Members of the association have pinned the flags designed to commemorate the 2025 International Women's Day on the Prime Minister and other officials. The event was jointly organised by the Female MPs Forum and the Communications Department of the Parliament. Prime Minister Dr. Harini Amarasuriya said that it is due to the fact of the present-day society becoming a disabled society that the people have to undergo a daily struggle. The government has identified this problem. That is why, even as a small token of recognition that they are commemorating the International Women's Day today, what the government is able to do is to raise the people's voices and to mediate in their problems. They are acting in extremely serious manner to win the women's rights through parliamentary activities. She has enlightened the world as a toddler, a daughter, a sister, a wife, a mother, and as a grandmother.
The world has become beautiful due to such women. She is known by the name Abhisheka Vimalavira. At present, she is engaged in successful business venture. This courageous woman plays the role of a beloved mother, daughter and a spouse. She has set a new milestone in her life journey. That was giving prominence to the persons with special needs, hearing and visual disorders in her beauty salon. Abhisheka says her enduring experience have become successful due to her strength to face challenges as a woman. You see in this picture W.T. Kumari, who is a visually handicapped person. The duties entrusted upon her at Abhisheka's salon is at function as a therapist for the female customers. She had become a destitute at the age of 4 years. Yet Kumari had pursued studies up to the GC ordinary level. She had entered matrimony when she was 25 years old. Today she is a mother of 2 children. Another colourful personality is a youth named Mihiran Jayasundara from Ramukkana. He is almost blind in both eyes due to a glaucoma condition. When his world became dark, it was his mother who was the source of assistance. Another therapist is Sanjeeva Silva, who is earning a substantial income. He has also become the breadwinner of the family despite of his visual disability. However, it was his wife who has come forward to restore the living condition of Sanjeeva with her compassion and protection to her spouse. In every story, a woman has emerged as a source of strength. The determination, love, compassion, protection and unyielding courage has become the guiding light to make the world a better and a caring place. The National Television has organised a special programme on the International Women's Day this year, as well by joining hands with Sri Lankan women.
The special women's workshop, organised in collaboration with the Lions Club of Kurunegala, was conducted throughout the day today at the Kurunegala Town Hall. Atugala Puravaraya is the location of the International Women's Day workshop, which commenced this morning through joint partnership of the National Television and the Kurunegala Lions Club. The successful program included events on beautification and medical clinics. Deputy Director General Administration of the National Television, Tanuja Aryaratna, several celebrities including Mrs. World Runners-up Ishadi Amanda also attended the occasion.
ඇත්තටම තවත් කාන්තාවකට අපොඩි ගහන්න පුළුවන් නම් එතන තමයි අනිත් කාන්තාවකගේ තියෙන ජයග්‍රහණය.
The island-wide election of office bearers of the Educational Professionals Cooperative Union was held today. The Lanka Teachers Services Union was able to secure victories in many districts at the polls. The victorious party candidates were elected uncontested in the education zones of Dehiovita, Kagalla and Mavanella in the Kegal district. Victorious representatives of the Teachers Services Union celebrating their achievements said that they were able to defeat candidates from the joint opposition group representing major political parties. They further said that their opponents were unable to find suitable candidates for the contest. Deputy Minister of Labour Mahinda Jayasinghe says that the National People's Power has secured a more than two-third victory at the election. The Deputy Minister claimed that representatives of Teachers Service Union claimed a massive victory, securing a two-thirds majority.
Operations were underway throughout the day today in search of the elephant, which lost one tusk in a collision with a lorry. Some indications of the presence of the elephant were found in the Ritigala Perana zone around 5 kilometers away from the location of the accident. The wildlife officials say immediate treatment on the injured elephant is necessary and therefore seeks the cooperation of the general public to find the beast. The tusker elephant was involved in an accident with a lorry around 6 a.m. yesterday. The elephant corridor from the Ritigala Protectorate to the areas of Kakirawa, Horivala and Palugaswava lies along Galpitagala on the Habarana Mardan Kadaval main road. It has been revealed that the elephant met with the accident while returning to the Ritigala Protectorate after spending the night in the Protectorate. The elephant after the accident was seen running into Ritigala Protectorate, and the wildlife officers in Ganevalpola and Ritigala are continuously engaged in search operations. Bloodstains were found in an area 5 kilometers away from the place of the accident. The wildlife officials are continuously looking for the footprints of the elephant. Usage of drone cameras in the Ritigala Perana zone has turned futile attempts due to the thick forest cover and the large extent of land area. The assistance of the STF and the Air Force is expected to be utilized from tomorrow. The people's cooperation in this regard are earnestly solicited. The tusker named Sumedha is reported to be roaming in Mineria and Kavadulla in the past 1.5 years. The elephant was also reported to have been very popular among local and foreign tourists. The elephant was said to be confronting the problem of food shortage and blockage of elephant pathways. Sumedha is also considered as one of the very few remaining elephants with majestic pair of tusks. We'll be back with more news from home after this break.
உங்கள் குழந்தை கனவை நனவாக்கிக் கொள்ள பிப்ரவரி 28 மற்றும் மார்ச் 1-2 திகதிகளில் உலக புகழ்பெற்ற பிரசாந்த் மருத்துவமனையின் தலைமை மருத்துவரை கொழும்பில் சந்தியுங்கள். அழையுங்கள் 0760155883.
Live from the National News Studio, Sri Lanka.
And you're back with more local news. Deputy Minister of Public Security Sunil Watagala has inspected the floating market complex in Bastian Mawat, Colombo today. He was engaged in the observation tour according to a proposal of the Colombo Divisional Development Committee. It has been pointed out many shops in the trade complex, which was constructed prior to the year 2015, remain closed at present. The issue has been subjected to a lengthy discussion at a recent Divisional Development Committee meeting in Colombo. Deputy Minister Sunil Watagala said that this is a tragedy. It was a program initiated by Rajapakshas without a plan, giving way to wastage. Another business group was installed to do business while disregarding the initial group. The Deputy Minister also said they have decided to do away the wrongdoings of Vikramasinghes and Rajapakshas and to work towards the benefit of the trade community.
The steps have been taken to implement a national program on cultivating medicinal plants in herbal gardens and also to collect indigenous medicinal items. The aim is to strengthen the production network of herbal plants for Ayurvedic medical treatment. The program is being implemented under full supervision of Minister of Health and Mass Media, Dr. Nalinda Jayatissa. A special dialogue of intellectuals to receive the necessary proposals and opinions was held under the leadership of Deputy Minister Dr. Hansa Kavijayamuni at the Health Ministry recently. The meeting was attended by Provincial Ayurvedic Commissioners, Indigenous Health Development officials, Ayurvedic physicians, Ayurvedic community health officials and ministry officials. Meanwhile, the National Steering Committee of the Ministry of Health and Mass Media met with the objective of discussing on the productive implementation of the Clean Sri Lanka program within the health sector. The committee is headed by Secretary to the Ministry of Health, Consultant Physician Anil Singha, and comprised of heads of 37 institutions affiliated to the Ministry of Health. The committee is scheduled to meet once in every 3 months to take the necessary decisions and to discuss on opinions and suggestions. The National People's Power.
The National People's Power is scheduled to present a female candidate for the post of Mayor of Colombo. General Secretary of the Janata Vimukti Peramuna, Tilvin Silva, has disclosed her name at the International Women's Day today.
General Secretary of the JVP, Tilvin Silva, said that the next target of the government should be to win power of Colombo Municipal Council. This is like a mini-government. The NPP must strive for the emergence of victory of the NPP female candidate. Another requirement is 25% of female representation in every council. A female Prime Minister was appointed and ground-level female representation is necessary. The NPP must secure victory in the local government election. The NPP regime should last for a long period and no forces will be allowed to topple the regime.
The Minister of Power, Kumara Jayakodi, stated that the wind power project that was to be carried out with the Adani company has not yet been cancelled. The minister made this statement during the first meeting of the Ministerial Consultative Committee on Energy. This was disclosed at the meeting held in the Parliament complex recently. On this occasion, when the members of Parliament had inquired about the said project, Minister Kumara Jayakodi said that as the pricing of Adani Company's power project was high and the matter had been referred to the Cabinet for reconsideration. Minister further said at the time, Indian Adani parent company had sent a letter to the Board of Investment of Sri Lanka informing that they were withdrawing from this project, and accordingly the Board of Investment had informed the ministry regarding the same. The minister pointed out, however, discussions regarding the wind power project were held with the representative institution of Adani in Sri Lanka, and thus that institution had been informed to consider this matter. Therefore, the minister stated that response regarding this matter is expected within 2 weeks following the letter that was sent. He further emphasized that only if a negative response is received within these 2 weeks, it will be necessary to move toward an alternative. Additionally, he stated that in the future such projects will only be carried out through government-to-government agreements and competitive procurement.
A meeting to educate district secretaries on the upcoming local government election was held at the Election Secretariat in Colombo today. All district secretaries have attended the event. Special emphasis has been laid at the meeting on the role of district secretaries in conducting a free and fair election. It has also been reported that up to the 6th of this month, 10 political parties and 38 independent groups have placed deposits to contest the poll. Election Commissioner General Samman Sri Ratnayaka said that the declaration of assets and liabilities is to be made at the time of handing over nominations. He further said the law to secure the 25% representation of women is also needed to be substantiated at the handing over of nominations. Accordingly, 25% of all candidates of every contesting political party or independent group should be comprised of female candidates between the ages of 18 and 25 years. The Commissioner General also said acceptance of postal votes applications is also currently taking place. Maxwell Lawrence Cruz, who brought the Sri Lankan art of puppets to the world, has passed away. He was 92 years old at the time of his demise.
Lawrence Cruz was born to a family of which claimed inheritance to arts in the year 1933. He was able to record irreparable name in the creation of puppets locally and internationally. He won in many occasions the awards for Best Puppet Artist and Puppet Attire. The funeral of the late artist is scheduled to take place at the old crematorium of the General Cemetery, Borella, tomorrow evening. We move into a short break and we'll bring you foreign news right after this.
Prima Kottumi, Fantamai. Lassana Panloke, Kottumi Saravihite, Hikakasita Banda. Fine and fashion Bape, Hot and spicy guess Mate. Prima Kottumi, Fantamai.
Now, the Australian authorities say a body has been found in flood waters and 13 military workers injured in the vehicle crash as wild weather from a tropical storm Alfred, which nears the country's eastern coast. Cyclone Alfred was downgraded to a tropical low today but is due to make landfall near the Queensland capital city of Brisbane soon. Officials have warned residents to stay indoors and remain vigilant, saying the storm's threat is not over. Winds have brought down trees and power lines and flooded low-lying roads. More than 300,000 properties are without power in the region. Police said on Saturday that they had discovered a body in search for a 61-year-old man who went missing yesterday after his car was caught in floodwaters in Dorrigo.
And on sports news, St Thomas's College Mount Lavinia has won the 146th Battle of the Blues cricket encounter against Royal College Colombo by 5 wickets at the SSC grounds in Colombo today after a period of 6 years. The St Thomas, after winning the toss, has invited the Royal team to bat first. Accordingly, the Royals scored 319 runs for 7 wickets in declared innings. St Thomas's team was all out for 302 runs and the Royal team has declared their second innings at 215 runs for the loss of 8 wickets. The St Thomas's team, chasing a victory target of 233 runs, has reached victory losing only 5 wickets. Darian Diago, who took a hat-trick, ended with best bowling figures of 5 wickets for 40 runs.
And that's all the news we have for tonight. Join us tomorrow at the same time for the very latest on Channel Eye. I'm Delanjali, together with Natalia, signing off. Good night.
Good night.